This is where we had Ma's funeral. It's Bibber's funeral home. It's been here forever. My Ma and aunts and uncles all went to school with the Bibbers. I wanted to take some videos to show you where Ma's funeral was. And the front of the house is just beautiful. So look how beautiful that is. It's just absolutely gorgeous in this setting. See that gated area up there? That's a widow's walk. Because it used to be that this is where all the ship captains' families all lived. And they could be up there and just wait for the ships to come in. And up there is the Widow's Peak. See way up there? They could sit up there and see the ocean, the water from there, and be able to see the ships come in. This is the wedding cake house. There's 1,000,001 stories that go with it. I don't know if any of them are actually accurate. The one I like the best is that back in the day there was this ship captain and he married his true love, but they eloped like real quick because he had to go out to sea. So she never got a wedding cake. So every time he'd go on his trip, he'd bring back another piece, and he built her this wedding cake to make up for the fact that she never had a wedding cake. Of course, it could just be that it was a crazy old bat who decided to decorate their house like a castle. But doesn't it look pretty with all the leaves? I'm very happy though that the people who own it now, they seem to be restoring it. It looks really nice and restored. And you look up at the very top, they've actually got a lady in a wedding dress up in the window. And they've got it decorated for fall, but up in the window, can you see? I'll try to zoom in some if I can. They actually have a mannequin with a wedding dress. That's kind of cool. Kind of creepy, but kind of cool. But can you see all the details though? It's very intricate ironwork. It's absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this is one of the pretty things from my hometown. Look at all the leaves. Okay. That is called Walker's Point. That is not George Bush's summer home. Come here.
For those of us who have lived here all our life, it is Walker's Point.
Walker's Point has nothing to do with Georgie Porgy. It has to do with his mama. The Walker's Point. Thanks. Allison, where are we? Yes, we're here to see the trains. Cheese. Look at all the trains. They're called trolleys. Can you say trolley?
Trolley.
Trolley. Good job. Are you ready to say cheese? Cheese. Good job. Look at all the trains, huh? Do you remember what they're called? They're called trolleys. Trolleys. Good job.
Orange, yellow.
Yellow. Orange and yellow trolleys.
And black.
And black. Good job. Do you hear its motor? It's loud. Good job. Good job. So this is all about...
Look at these ones. Look at these ones.
Teddy Roosevelt and
What's this opening?
he's traveling in Maine.
What is this opening?
You know what this does?
And this is ice cream.
Yeah, it makes ice cream. You're right.
I know it's open.
You're so smart.
I know it's open.
Yeah, because Pennsylvania has, not only do they have railroads, they have streetcars in some places. I don't know if they...
There it is. Goats Island. Okay, so that island out there I used to go to as a kid all the time because my parents played cribbage with the lighthouse keepers. I don't remember their name though. I swear the wife's name was Linda. Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I swear all the female friends of my parents' name were Linda or Terry. So we used to go out there. We'd take a little boat, like aluminum boat out there with a motor. And if it was bad weather, we couldn't come back in and we would have to wait. But yeah, it was always so freaking cold.
How many lobsters do you think are like underneath, like over there? Do you think there's any over here?
We gotta tell them about Red Island.
Say? We used to be stuck going on field trips to this place. We'd have to play in the muck and count stupid crap in a like
junior high. That was like
was it like a 2x2 square? You had to like pin down, and then you were expected to like count everything in that 2x2 square. And how far along did you get before you just started making up the numbers?
Right.
Okay. So but see, it kills me. People think that lobster traps are wood because they all see the old wooden lobster traps that everyone's made into coffee tables, and everyone thinks the lobster traps are wood. No,
Those aren't real lobster traps.
this is what lobster traps look like. This is what they've looked like for like the last 20 years. Okay? They stopped being that pretty wooden crap that you put glass on top of. That's why you all can buy them for way too much money. That's because no one uses them anymore. It's like, no. And then, lobster buoys. Okay, thing to know about lobster buoys is every lobsterman has a registered pattern on their buoys. So it's kind of like their copyright kind of thing.
And the numbers too?
The numbers are just the buoy numbers.
Oh, okay.
But see the colors? So that only one lobster company or one lobsterman can
have the
use
white
those
flag.
buoys. So you'll see all different color patterns so that you know which traps to pull. Because if you pull someone else's traps, not only is it illegal, but you'll probably get shot. Just saying. And if you see these for sale somewhere, don't buy them. They're old bait barrels and they stink. You'll never get that stench out. There's Atlantic Hall. My mother got married to her third husband there. There was a bean supper hall in the library down the bottom. This was a friend of mine's grandma's house growing up. No, but this is Mills Road, Cape Porpoise.
And Cape Porpoise, not Kennebunk Port.
Not Kennebunk Port, it's Cape Porpoise.
They are separate.
And behind this hot mess of whatever the hell this puckery bush is, wow, this is the old Jennison house, which I spent 5 years of my life at. So that was the barn. There was an L that went into the house. The sun porch was here, so if you went straight up and to,
Actually still living?
I don't know. I can't imagine someone lives in this ramshackle of place. But when you went up the stairs to the left, my bedroom was on the left. You can't tell there's a sun porch back there. Guessing whoever's here, they're a lobsterman. And then, wasn't that the Ridlands? And they used to teach swimming lessons at their house. My brother took swimming lessons there. And they would have the kids holding on to lobster buoys to learn how to swim. So yeah, this was the Kubiaks, which is something else now.
I was going to say, yeah.
This was Noonan's Lobster Hut, which I recommend everyone. I always tell everyone if they're coming to Maine, go to Cape Porpoise, go to Noonan's Lobster Hut. But yeah, that was the Ridlands. And they had a pool in the backyard, which I don't see it anymore. And then I think that was like their grandmother that lived behind them. And then Cape Porpoise Motel, my mother used to chambermaid there. And she had that old black Schwinn bicycle she would ride from the house.
Does it have a basket on it?
Yeah.
How'd I know?
Yeah. And we would go out in the marsh. I don't think he knew how to swim either. We would all be out in the marsh. And
None of you know how to swim.
I don't think any of us knew how to swim. I swear Mr. and Mrs. Pinkham lived over here because my mother cleaned their house for them.
Oh, she cleaned the house while she did the cottages?
Yeah. And Mr. Pinkham was a track runner, and he was supposed to be in the Olympics the year we boycotted it because of Germany.
I wasn't as sophisticated.
There's a road here. Okay. I just realized there's a road next to the Redlands. And yes, I realize they're probably not the Redlands anymore. It's probably been sold 20 times since then. Todd Ridland was a year older than us.
Yes, Ridley, yes.
And I remember I got the crack in my front tooth right here because we were at the fire station, which we'll walk up to, and we were playing tackle football without the football.
How do you play football?
We were using a pine cone, and they have that big ass anchor, which I don't know if they still have it, and I ran right smack into it. Okay, here's a news flash. I probably should have gotten eyeglasses a lot sooner than my mother got around to getting me eyeglasses. Because when I look back, like every accident I ever had to do with me running into something. Oh, there we go. The anchor's still here. Wow, the anchor seems so tiny now. This thing is so big. Okay, I swear, 40 years ago, this was huge.
Because otherwise I must have been able to see it.
Now, when did this bridge stop being a drawbridge? Did I just miss that happening?
I'm trying to think how long it's been.
Well, honestly, the only time I really remember the fact that it was a drawbridge was because as a kid, I was a majorette and my stupid boots got stuck in there.
Yep.
But I mean, other than that,
They redid it. I can't remember how long ago it was. And that's when it became just a regular old.
and then the Hurricane used to be Riverview Restaurant because that's where I was a soda jerk and worked the candy counter. And that's why I'm the only person under 80 that knows what a soda jerk is.